So for this next project, I picked up one of these little wall decor. Well, not really wall decor because it's kind of more of a standalone plaque because it has a little pedestal. And I picked this up from the Dollar Tree, but it doesn't quite go with my decor, so I'm gonna do a little upcycling and revamp on it. But funny story about this, and this was like a 3D little sunflower that it had on it, and it just popped right off. Um, Initially, I was going to paint the backside, and it had a hideous Greenbrier sticker on it, of course. Greenbrier has such a talent for sticking labels in the hideous places, and it's so hard to come out. It took me forever and a day to remove that label, and I was having such a hard time that I started to remove the burlap from the front, and then I decided to get a sanding block and I sanded off the rest of the label. So I still decided to take this off. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna finish both sides, so it'll be a complete finished piece. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna remove, you know, these things like the bow and the sunflower, and then I'm gonna continue removing this burlap, and I'm probably gonna have to give it a light sanding as well because as you see, some of the lettering has transpired to the particle board and all of that glitter and stuff. So I'm gonna keep taking this off, and then I'm gonna sand it, and I'm gonna give it a coat of paint. So this is what it looks like with the burlap all taken off. And now I just got my trusty old sanding block, and I'm going to go ahead and give it a light sanding just to try to remove all of this stuff from it. And then I'm going to go ahead and paint on top. So now that it's all sanded and wiped down, and I try to remove as much of that glitter residue as possible, I'm going to go ahead and with a coat of that white paint, and I'm going to try to cover it up as much as I can on both sides, and I'll show you what I come up with as I go along. Okay, so this is how it looks, all painted in white, and I did go ahead and do both sides. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut in here with some of this gray paint, and I'm just going to go light-handedly and try not to screw it up. I mean, worst case scenario, I mess it up, I'll just have to go over it again with the white paint. But I'm just going to try to go in here and make some of the kind of like the roots from the pumpkin, and to, you know, highlight it, and then I'm gonna go with the same color and I'm gonna paint the stem and the stand. Okay, so now that I have my pumpkin shaded in ever so lightly, so I'm gonna go ahead now and hit the stem with some of this, the same gray that I shaded it in. I'm gonna hit the stem with some of the gray and the base too to give it that contrast pop. And then we're gonna finish adding the finishing touches out. And I also did it on the back side too, a lighter shade, so that, you know, if sit it on a table or something, it'll look the same from both sides. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and hit this stem with some of this gray and this base, and then we're gonna move on to the next step. So now that I went ahead and painted out the stem and the stand, I also went and I freehanded the words "Hello Fall" with just the regular Sharpie marker. Now I could go ahead and very well paint over it and fill it out with some acrylic paint at a later time, but in the interest of time and video, we're just gonna do it with the Sharpie and call it a day. And so I just, like I said, I freehanded and scratched out the words "Hello Fall." My handwriting is not the best, but that's what I have for now. So now we're going to go ahead on with the embellishments. And so what I have here, I just have this little bow, and it's nothing fancy, nothing, I didn't do anything overly over the top. I just had this little chevron burlap wire ribbon from the Dollar Tree, and I also had some of this lace ribbon also from the Dollar Tree, and I couldn't make up my mind which one I wanted to use, so I used them both. So all I did was I folded the chevron ribbon. I just, folded it to where both wires met in the center. I folded it in half, and then I layered the lace ribbon on top of that, and I just tied it into a simple bow. So now you can see them both. You see the lace and you see the chevron. So what I decided is I'm just gonna put it here, and then I'm gonna also recycle the natural raffia bow that it came with originally that I popped off. I'm gonna put them both because I like the way it looks. So I'm just gonna go ahead and glue that on, and then we're gonna add some other embellishments as well. So I tried to get it to where it's not obstructing the wordage too much, and that's about as best a placement as I'm gonna get it. So now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to do the same with the raffia one. I'm just gonna add a generous amount of glue to the top of the raffia bow, and I'm gonna put it on top. Sorry, but I'm always a little bit too generous with this glue, and it just makes a mess. So I'm gonna add it, and some might say that it's a little over the top, but that's just me. I am over the top. I like to do a bit much with my embellishments. So that's what we got so far for the stem. So now what I have here to the side are, so as you see, when I freehanded the words hello fall, I purposely made the fall a little off to the right so that I can have this area here for some embellishments. So what I have here is this little maple leaf that I just painted white. It came in a pack from Dollar Tree of like 50 maple leaves, and they were in color. And so I'm thinking that I'm going to put the maple leaf, and then I have this pumpkin from another Dollar Tree plaque, and I'm going to put the pumpkin on top. And then I also have these two little acorns that I painted out in the same colors as the plaque to go with. So I don't know if I'm going to glue it to the bottom on the stand, or I don't know. I'm just going to kind of play around with it and see how I like it, and I might just glue it to the stand because I also like the way it looks there. So I'm going to play around with it and see what I come up with. So this is what we got so far, and I'm liking the placement. I'm liking how it, picks up the contrast of the colors, and everything is neutral and cohesive. And so now what I'm thinking is I'm going to just glue the little acorns on the little ledge here, and I'm going to put one up and one down. I'm kind of liking the way it looks like that. I'm feeling like it looks better with one facing up and one facing down right on the little ledge and right below the pumpkin. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that down and see how it looks. So nothing to it but to do it. I'm just going to put a dollop of glue on the bottom here, and then a little bit on the top where it adheres to the plaque itself. And just kind of hold it in place for a couple of seconds because, again, this glue is not instant, but it doesn't take as long to dry as the other stronger adhesive glues. But what I do love about it, guys, is that it's odorless. It's completely odorless. There's no smell. You don't have to have, major ventilation going on or anything to be able to work with this glue, and that's the best part of it all because I hate the smell of the E6000 and the Fix All adhesive. It gives me a headache. So that's why a lot of times I'd rather work with the hot glue gun, but the hot glue gun, as you know, is not a permanent fix. And here you have it, guys. This is the final reveal, and I just think it's so freaking adorable. Um, I love the way everything came out. Everything is just so unified, and all the colors are cohesive. Remember, it went from, okay, let me turn it around. It went from this was how it originally came when I purchased it at Dollar Tree with the brown stem and the brown ledger, and so it went from this to this. So I'm loving it, and I can't wait to display it with the rest of my fall decor once I start decorating for the fall. And I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed creating it for you guys. And you know, just to reiterate that just because you see something that doesn't necessarily go with your color scheme and what you're trying to do, the colors that you're trying to implement for your fall decor, doesn't mean that you can't just give it a little TLC and take it up a notch and upcycle it and paint it and give it a facelift to fit your decor. So I'm hoping that this inspired you, and as always, I will talk to you in the next one. Bye bye.